my baby angel loves. Another episode of Kiki Seto is here. Let us all put our hands together and say thank you. Thank you that I was in a good enough mood and I'm not PMSing anymore. But I watched New Girl the other day and she called PMSing the menzies. So we'll be taking that. Would you guys all like to hear what is the microphone on? Yes. Would you like to hear the sound of happiness? Like when when God turned happiness into a noise, it's this. Just you wait. Just you wait. Oh my Lord, that's it. A little Diet Coke. It's just, you can't get that happiness at the doctor over the prescription. Just right here in the can. And it's kind of bittersweet. On a related note, I am going through a breakup. So it's been a couple of rough weeks for me. I'm processing, healing, doing all the things. I discovered that I had to do a little bit of testing and see what was hurting my tummies. I would bloat like crazy by the end of the day, no matter if I cut out bread, dairy, all those things. And I was like, it was like a deer in headlights. I was like, no. I was like, it can't be. And so I tried it. It was my energy drinks, the Alani's. I don't even want to hear it from those of you that are like, it's terrible for your heart and you're going to die early. No, I'm stopping because it hurts my tummy. And then by the end of the night, I look 9 months pregnant. And so discovering that the thing I love the most is the thing that hurt me the most was really hard. It was like going back to my breakup with a Virgo. Just kidding. But yeah, so I've broken up with them. Don't ask me about them. Not ready to talk about it. That's my piece. You can publish that and we're done talking about it. But that does remind me. It is now. This happiness, this pure joy you feel throughout this whole episode, that's because it's Libra season. Hold on. I can speak. Hold on. That's because it's Libra season. It's Libra season. I washed my hair. Eclipse season is over. You know what's amazing is people who say they don't believe in the stars, astrology whatsoever, and then things like the eclipses will happen, retrogrades will happen, and you'll be talking to them, and they're like, yeah, I just don't know why. Life is really specifically hard right now, and my exes are coming back, and my computer just broke, and you're just sitting there like, we could have told you. We could have warned you, but you don't want to listen. And that's fine. Not everyone has to be a believer, but you just think it's a coincidence? Every eclipse and every retrograde? But yeah, so like eclipse season is over. Virgo season is over. I don't know about yours. Personal experience during Virgo season. Every year, it is rough. Every year, I'm so critical of myself. I'm so judgmental of myself. I'm just pure mean to myself. Excuse me. Which isn't like me. And so yesterday and this morning when I woke up, I was happy girl. Ooh, I was happy girl. So go tell a Libra you love them. Go get cute like your life depends on it, because it does. Flirt. It's good for you. Do all the things. You know what's funny? So every sign has a sister sign. So Libra's sister sign is Aries. And every sign will naturally have the traits that their sister sign is known for, okay? So Aries are known for their anger issues, being hotheads, and Libras are known for being people pleasers. If you meet any Aries, they are a people pleaser. Whether they've grown out of it or not, none of my business. Libras have anger issues that Aries have. Of course, they're going to come across nice and sweet, but fuck around and find out. The perfect example of this is Cardi B right now. Her little album. There's one of her songs. I think it's, let's see, so you can go listen to it. I think the song is Did with Summer Walker. She says something along the lines of like, you guys push me, but when I snap, like now I'm taking it too far. Anyways, take a lot of selfies. Enjoy Libra season. Did you wake up feeling lighter? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Oh my gosh, I haven't. The one thing I forgot was a question or a game for this episode. So I'll come up with a fuck, marry, kill. Let's see. What have I been watching lately? Okay. I'm watching Black Rabbit right now. We'll do Jason Bateman. I think that's his name. I can't stand him. In every show, he plays someone evil. And he plays it so well that I'm just like, it has to be in you. You're just too good at this. Okay, Jason Bateman. My gosh. And I've been watching SVU. What's his name? Ice-T? Think so. You know who I'm talking about. Jason Bateman, Ice-T, and come on, brain. I'm gonna go on Netflix for some inspiration. You just give me like 30 seconds, okay? No, I'll look on this. And Mac Miller. Okay? Who are you for cucking, marrying, and killing? I'll marry Ice-T because he's been with his woman for years. So obviously he's loyal and he will love me down. That's all a woman really needs. And I will do the nasty with Mac Miller because all the girls loved him and they loved him for some reason. Physically, he doesn't really do it for me. Like I wouldn't look, to each their own. Doesn't really give me a heart burner, but I feel like he gives off big dick energy. Like girls meet him, he's probably not their type, and his personality makes you fall in love with him. That's the energy he gives me. And then Jason Bateman will go, baby, because he is too good at playing evil people, and so he's probably has evil within him, Where'd I get this? If you're watching, I don't know. Half of you listen to the podcast and then some of you watch the videos. I just love you either way. But when it's sweater weather, it is sweater weather. We are in autumn now and it's sweater weather. And I got the sweater from Princess Polly. A bitch loves. I love a long sleeve or a sweater that goes like to your mid hand, so you just feel like sexy gorgeous, especially when you have loud bracelets and rings. I think girls know what I'm talking about. I feel like it's so sexy gorgeous. And I got a bunch of really, really cute. Don't sleep on it. Fashion Nova got cute ass shit. I found a bunch of cute sweaters for like $15. They don't just have BBL outfits. They got cutesy stuff. I shop there every vacation, and I'll get like a whole wardrobe for like $100. But you never pay full price because they always put their things on sale. Duh. But yes, we love sweater weather. It is weather to wear sweater. Did you guys know this about me? I feel like you're really, really getting to know me. I have webbed toes on both of my feet. Growing up, it was one of my biggest insecurities. So you have your 5 toes, obviously. I don't know, maybe you got 6. Maybe God threw one in there. You got your big toe, and then the 2 next to that on both of my feet are webbed. Yes, my parents told me it's why I was such a fast swimmer. I said, it makes me a mermaid. And I think my mom could tell, and she felt really, really bad for me that I had them, because when I was probably like 9 or 10, she offered to do the surgery. But then I would have had to sit down for a long time and not run and like go play outside, and I just couldn't commit to that kind of stillness. And now I don't care. Do my feet still get put in mouths? Absolutely. Absolutely they do. They're not stopping nothing. But if you want to see them, I think we can work something out like between $20 to $30 a photo. So your curiosity grows my wealth. It's a win-win. Okay, you let me know. You know where to find me. Where did I find this? I think it was on Reddit or Instagram. I will use Reddit before Google because for some reason I trust it more. Anyways, there was someone. Okay, I'm just sharing this because it's funny. I don't believe this. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Someone said that they dated someone. Fuck. Hold on. Someone said they dated someone that was is it an IVF baby? Where they, is it IVF or IBF? I think it's IVF. IVF, hold on. Yes. Okay. She dated someone that was an IVF baby. And she said, because she doesn't think it's a natural making of a baby, like the two parts get together and do a party. She said he had no soul. And then all the comments were like, I believe it too. Or I believe this about C-section babies. And we love the babies. The IVF babies, the C-section babies. They obviously all have souls. But the fact that there is a group of people out there that don't believe that is so funny to me. She was like, he had no soul. And you know what? He probably was just a Gemini. That's what happened. Oh my gosh. Every time I think about that, I laugh so hard. They just think that they are like not human. And that's actually really funny. I can't see how this lighting is. Don't play with me this whole episode. You know what I'm scared of? I'll admit it to you because we're friends. I am scared. This is a fear of mine right now to admit that I hate pumpkin spice. I feel like all the Starbucks baristas are going to like pull me in the back parking lot and jump me. Or like they're going to cyberbully me online. Just like as soon as I publicly admit that I don't like pumpkin spice, I'm going to be shot in the kneecaps. I'm sorry. I didn't grow up with it. If you love it, I love it for you. I would rather eat dirt. The smell of it, the taste of it, and then people want to put it on everything, like pies and ham. I saw Trader Joe's pumpkin hand cream and I almost cried. Pumpkins on the hands, it's everywhere. Again, if you like it, I love it. Just don't make me love it, because I don't. I think it's disgusting. The worst is when you go to a Thanksgiving dinner, your family has Thanksgiving dinner, and the only option is pumpkin pie. It's a pumpkin. It shouldn't be in a pie. Don't shoot me, Starbucks baristas. I'm allowed to feel how I feel, and this is my truth. I think it's what yuckies. And if you too have been scared to speak your truth, no, you are not alone. It's not my favorite. Do we need to talk? We need to talk. I feel like this does need to be said. We've all experienced it. The funniest thing about passive aggressiveness, especially online, is me and you both know you're talking about me or they're talking about you. They just don't have the balls to come to you and have a conversation. Like, subbing people is so wild because, I mean, you can sit there and play Delulu like, oh, I didn't directly. We both know it's about me. Like, I feel like it is such a childish thing to do. I feel like you have to be, it's what we all did when we were preteens on Facebook statuses. Like, you would fight with your friend and then go sub them 1 minute later like they didn't fucking know you were talking about them. I think it's wild when you could just have the conversation and say what you want to say. And that's how I feel about that. And the thing is, you'll feel so much better getting it off your chest to this person. I think the passive aggressiveness comes from this fear of confrontation or whatever. But the thing is when you avoid these conversations, you sweep them under the rug, but they never go away. Like the shit under the rug is still there. And so the next time you get annoyed at this person, you're not just annoyed at them for the thing they did in that moment. You're annoyed for that thing and then everything you've ignored in the past. And so it might be convenient in the moment to ignore this shit, but it just leads to shit in the future. And I know from experience, from having friendships where we both ignored these things and then now being in friendships where we can have these conversations and be like, hey, that hurt my feelings. Hey, that pissed me off. I didn't like that. Let's not do that. Just your little friendly reminder. Like, they know you're talking about them. Sure, it's a little easy and comfortable for 10 minutes to not have the conversation. But the price you pay the longer you put it off is a big fucking price. Like, can you imagine a 10-year friendship where both of you don't bring up the things that annoy you? One day you're just going to cut each other off. You're going to bring up shit that's 10 years old because you've been sweeping it under the fucking rug. It doesn't go away. It's still there. It's still shit. So, I'm going to just let you know, when you come online, passive aggressively, sneak dissing people, they know it's about them, but also you look 12 years old. That's what that is. On a lighter note, have you guys ever sneezed with nuts in your mouth? It is, get your mind out the gutter. It is like the craziest experience. So I went to Costco and got like those, they have big ass jugs of like mixed nuts, whatever. And I keep it on my front seat because I get so hungry throughout the day. And I was like, this will be my car snack. Like school pickup line, whatever. I got snacks. So I'm eating them all day, every day. And when I sneeze at least 3 times every single time. It was nuts everywhere. Nuts on the windshield, nuts on the steering wheel, nuts on the window, nuts on the ground. Nuts was everywhere. Just, have you been there? Have you done that? I have. But I do love it. A little car snack. Thank me later. I cannot express to you, especially when you're going shopping or like, I know summer's over, but we all love a little skirt. I love a skirt, especially being tall, having a booty. Like, I need coverage. One of the worst pains in the whole wide world is finding a cute skirt. And then you turn it around and there's shorts in the back. Like, it's not a skirt with shorts built in and the shorts are hidden. It's a skirt in the front and shorts in the back. If you like it, I love it. For me and on me, I think it's the fuggliest thing in the whole wide world. And finding that cute skirt at the store and turning around, like, I want to throw it at the cashier's head. Like, it's your fault. This is your fault. I think they're so ugly and it's a waste of space and they make me irrationally mad, just like my road rage. I am working on my road rage. I'm like, where is all this anger coming from? Why are you letting these people make you so mad? Why are you talking this way? I'd be like gentle parenting myself. I am so stubborn, so obviously I haven't watched a lot of movies people have told me to watch. But I've always known I have not seen a lot of classic movies. So I got bored recently and started making a list of like movies I've never seen, but I've heard talk about my whole life. Like I watched The Matrix. That hurt my brain. I watched that on the plane. It hurt my brain. I watched Top Gun, Pulp Fiction. There's no point in that movie. Not one point. I watched something else. But I watched Pretty Woman. Love Julia Roberts in that movie. But when at the end of the movie, when she tells her friend Kit, her friend's like, you think I have potential? And she's like, yeah, I do. I sobbed. You would have thought I was at a funeral for my favorite person in the whole wide world. That made me boo-hoo cry. Do you think I have potential? And she's like, yeah. I loved it. It was so cute. Also, I've heard people say that they didn't like how he treated her in the movie. And I thought he was so nice to her. I'm confused. I feel like she was obviously, like, if that's your full-time job to be a lady of the streets, your people are going to judge you, be mean to you, talk down to you, look at you different. And so I think obviously she was already sensitive to the fact that that was her job. And so he would trigger her because she was already sensitive to it. Does that make sense? I thought he was nice to her. I liked him. I liked them together. I liked that movie. I am really, really self-aware, and it's really easy for me to like recognize patterns. And so I always recognized that on my days off, so if I have no plans and I haven't really like set an intention for the day, I can get stuck in like doom scrolling. So I'll go from Instagram to Facebook to Pinterest to, what's the other one? I think just those three. Sometimes YouTube, but I'll just bounce back and forth between the 3 or 4 of them. I've caught up on everyone's stories. There's nothing interesting. I'm not posting, contributing, talking to anyone, but it's like I'll just get stuck because I'm in no rush to go anywhere. I have no plans. It's like a day off, and I'll just doom scroll between the 4 of them, and it's almost to the point where like I'll get sick, and then I kind of get mad, and then I'll just like, oh, it's like the grossest low vibe feeling. I know this about myself. And so I added Face ID for all social media. So if I want to go onto social media, it has to open it up with my face to make it a little harder to go on. I won't, sometimes like every stoplight you'll scroll on Instagram, or when the car stopped, you'll like scroll. I put my phone, like me and me, who are like, it obviously doesn't make you feel good. You feel better when you spend more time off your phone. So now in the car, the phone stays on the little holder the whole time. It doesn't come into the bathroom with me. Like, I don't need it while I'm going poopies, while I'm brushing my teeth, washing my face. But just being able to recognize that shit makes me feel gross so it's, instead of someone being like, you need to get off your phone, it's like this soft little meeting I had with myself, and it was like, sure, you could go on social media all the day long, but you feel gross doing it. And so some weekends I'll delete social media. I'll make sure the night before I'll set like some sort of intention for the day. Just little ways to, like, I recognize where I feel cacas, and then I make this little plan with myself to make me not feel that way. Does that make sense? Like, years ago I learned I felt shitty when I would go on ex's pages or ex-best friends pages, or girls who I was jealous of would trigger me. I just sat down with myself and was like, this makes you feel gross, we're not going to do it. And so I just, from that day on, never did it. It wasn't like I was being mean to myself, and it was like this strict boundary, mostly because when I set strict boundaries, I just want to rebel. It's more so like, you can do it, but we know it makes you feel gross, so we won't. And it's been the easiest habit to break. And yeah, but I have talked to a few people, and they feel the same way I do. One thing that really helped me, someone I follow shared this article, and it was like the creators of like Facebook Meta. It's literally their full-time job to make the apps as addictive as possible. And the little rebellious girl inside me was like, I don't want you guys to be right. Like, I don't want to look back every weekend and be like, what do you do? I went to work and then I scrolled for 7 hours. Like, I want to be able to say I did the things that I enjoyed and I worked towards my goals and I spent time with friends and I did intentional things. And I was like, gross, I don't want that to work on me. So that's my ramble, but that is what I've recognized the past few weekends. Here are things for me that feel like drugs, but they are not. Also, I turned off notifications to my home screen and all that. So I don't know when people DM me or like anything until I go on the app. It's helped me. But things that aren't drugs but feel like... Hold on, let me give myself. Things that aren't drugs but feel like they are. Being a baby's favorite person. My heart boner is huge. Like, I once, a baby, like, saw their mother, looked at me, baby, picked me over the mother, and I've been chasing that high ever since. It was incredible. Hanging up on someone mid-argument, it is a red flag of mine, and I don't really know if I want to grow out of it. Just, there's like this, try it sometime. There's this high of like them yelling at you or being a cunt, and you just, boop. I wish we still had flip phones or like home phones and you can really slam it, but it feels good. Getting chosen by an animal, the first sip of caffeine in the morning, being right, making your friends laugh. If this could be my full-time job, it would. Like, there's just this like, you know that meme, and it's like the mom is sitting on the couch cozied up in like a robe with a cup of coffee, and she's smirking, and it's like when she told you she wasn't getting you something for Christmas and she's watching you open it up, or you thought you weren't getting it, blah blah blah. It's worded better, but that's how I feel, making my friends laugh. Like, yeah, I did that. I love that. And then hearing from someone you miss, or getting an I miss you from someone you miss. That's free drugs right there. Right there. I love that shit. Some more of my drugs. So my son has like a lisp. And before I even knew what labubus were, I'm picking them up from school or something, and they're in the back seat. And he's like, can I have a wabubu? And I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, a wabubu. And you know when you're going somewhere new, it's stressful, your kids are yelling at you in the back, you're trying to make sure you're going the right way, they're asking for a million things. It was like that kind of a stressful moment. I'm trying to figure out where to go. He's in the backseat asking for a fucking wabubu. I'm like, what is a wabubu? My daughter's always his translator. And she's like, give me your phone, I'll look it up. They look it up. They're just Googling wabubus. They're like, see, this one's only $600. And I'm like, you're fucking nuts. I'm not getting you a labubu. But they were the ones to teach me what they were. If you ever see my kids with one, it's because I didn't buy it. I am not. There's just like, I know it's trendy, but it just makes me, I don't know what it is. I'm like, no, like, buy things that you like, not just because everyone else told you they're cool. Like, go into the store and find something that you genuinely saw and loved. Not like Katie at school told you it was cool. Like, go find something. It's just who I am. It is. When was it? I always love to test little theories out on myself. So last winter, you know when like your tan starts to fade, like seasonal depression is kind of kicking in a little. It was getting to that point. And for the past few years, I had self-tanned all winter long, gotten lashes done, whatever. But I sat there and I was like, would you still like yourself if you didn't tan all winter and didn't have lashes on? Like, I was like, do I only think I'm pretty because I get these things done? And so I was like, okay, I'm going to take a break and see if like I can still like and love myself without these things. So I did that both this winter. Duh. I I passed the test with flying colors. But yeah, I did that. And then I've done that, and then also I was like, would you still like yourself if like you got no validation? Like no one complimented you, no one believed in you, would you still like yourself? Pass that shit too. But yeah, if you want to try it, do it. I also had to stop. So when you laser, you can't be in the sun and you can't tan. So I had to stop for that reason as well. But also I was like, I didn't want to start lasering because I didn't want to stop tanning. And I was like, okay, let's see. Like, if you still like yourself, pale and all, girl. I sure did. When I lived in my old apartment, it was when it was just me and my kids living there. Ix had moved out. So there's like no one I could even blame for this. So I had put a knife in the dishwasher sticking up, knife up. That's how I learn all my lessons, through mistakes. I am a 3-5 projector or a 3-5 in human design in case you're wondering. So I go to get something out of the dishwasher. The knife goes straight between my hands. I can literally see in my hand and see like straight bone. My mom's a nurse. I just call her up. I'm like, hey, can you like bring over some bandages? Like I stabbed myself. Everyone's like, I think you should go to the hospital. I think you can get stitches. I was like, I think that's like really, really dramatic. Bandaged it up. It was so numb. I could barely feel it. I still have the scar. I just bandaged it up for weeks. Like I was so stubborn. I was like, I don't feel like going to the ER and sitting there. And like, you do a couple stitches. This is so unnecessary. This shit healed right up. My fingers, they're great. They still work perfectly. And it was my dominant hand too. But I just, what if we just imagine the best case scenario sometimes? What if we were a little more delusional, huh? And that is the funny thing, is your imagination can either imagine the best or the worst. You've obviously your whole life been trained to imagine the worst. Social media, news, all that shit, depending on how you're raised and your influences. But you can train your brain to do the opposite. You can. And I could give you a million reasons on how it's all worked out and how it can. If you want to. When I was I just went to Texas recently. It was so fun. I'm letting you know right now. I'm going back to Texas. I'm going to find me a cowboy. Or some southern man is going to move to Washington. And I'm going to snatch him right up. Because that southern hospitality. And their little gentlemanness. Yes. Yes, please. I'll take 10 of them. Ooh. I want it. I want it. It was a fat yes for me. But before I went shopping, and we were going to a gala. Some dresses came, didn't work out. That's fine. Ordered another package. They didn't work out. That's fine. So it's like, okay, I'll go to the mall. It was around the time, excuse me, where the bloating from the energy drinks had gotten to like its worst point. So I just wasn't even feeling my best. Went to a store, nothing worked out. That's fine. But I went to Nordstrom. And you already know that men are the ones who have designed fitting rooms and the lighting and designed all that shit. Because it is psychological warfare. And no woman would ever do that. No girl's girl would ever do that. And the most insane thing is, excuse me, if they had good lighting, more of their shit would sell, and I don't think they realize that. I tried on a bunch of shit. I'm like leaving in damn near tears. And the lady at Nordstrom's like, oh, I'm holding like 15 things. She's like, nothing worked out. I'm like, no, Cassandra, nothing worked out. Because your lighting is terrible and I feel like crap about myself. But then I could take all of those things home in my own mirrors and feel great. There's just something about the lighting. It's almost like it was designed to make you feel like cacas about yourself. Which is a terrible sales idea. Put me in charge. I got you. Yeah, no woman would ever do that. And I know we've all had our stories, our battle scars from dressing room lighting. It's evil and it's character development and it fucking sucks. You know what also sucks? So you'll have people in your life who their choices will directly affect you, or they're people you have to deal with, whatever. What's really annoying is they will change when you stop caring. So like the person that is probably annoying you the most in your life right now, they annoy you, you vent about it, drives you crazy, and they just keep re-triggering you. You keeps ruining your day, whatever. When you stop caring, they'll change. And it's really fucking annoying. But it was really cool to learn this. So someone that I have to directly, I want to tell you without putting all their business out there. So someone I directly have to deal with constantly did something that would directly affect me like for life. Maybe 3 weeks ago. So I find this thing out. I'm really upset, cried about it, like contemplating life choices, lots of shit. Then when I had finally kind of processed all my feelings, calmed down, I was like, no, I'm not going to allow their bad decisions to ruin my whole life. I'm not going to give that person this much power. I was like, it's all going to work out. I don't know how. I don't care. I don't have to worry about it because it's not my problem. It's all going to work out. And mind you, like 2 to 3 people were in my ear like, it's going to be the worst case scenario. This is the worst thing. It's like so bad, blah, 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 blah. Just like all in my ear. The very next day, I get a message that everything has changed. It's all working out. Everything that I wanted to happen was going to happen. This person had changed their mind. They were getting help, blah, 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 blah. I know this is really vague, but also it's not really my story to tell. But I have done this with so many situations. I've let someone bother me and bother me and bother me. And I've let it trigger me and ruin my day. And I've bitched about them and complained and journaled about them and just let them like get me so riled up. And then it's almost like a aha moment where I'm like, you could just like stop caring. You could just accept them fully for who they are and not care anymore. And as soon as I do, they change. And those that get it, get it. And one day you'll try it. But it's, I literally have like 10 stories of this where this person has changed. Like I've been so mad at someone for years. They'll keep coming back in my life and I'm so mad about them. And I tell the same story about who they are. And then finally I'll accept them and even forgive them. And they show up as a whole new person who I've always wanted them to be, kinder, nicer. They're like almost their best self. As soon as I accepted, as soon as I forgave, as soon as I stopped caring. Detachment is the shit. And when you finally learn it, it will help you in jobs, dating, life, all of it. But it just, like, in your life, maybe someone's bothering you, triggering you, ex, baby daddy, boss, whatever. What is the story you keep telling about this person? Maybe you keep venting about someone and you tell the same story over and over and over again. Okay, maybe they did this one shitty thing. What if you stop telling the story? What if you tell a new story? What if you tell the new story that you're over it and you forgive them and life got better because you forgave them? Like, when you keep telling this story about them, it keeps it alive. And nothing can change or grow if you keep obsessing over and keeping the story alive. Does that make sense? Like, you have to let it go to make room for them to change and for the new shit to come in. Those that get it, get it. Yes. Those that get it, get it. And the thing is a lot of this shit sounds woo-woo, but even down to even down to the fucking molecules in your brain, and if you watch, I don't know all the scientific words, but this shit is real. If you literally look at energy at a deep, deep level, this shit is real. Like changing pathways in your brain and the way that energy moves. It's all real. It's all real, and I'm the biggest believer. And you know what else I'm a believer in? That you are so beautiful and sexy and gorgeous, and this week will be your best week yet. Like, you're so, so lucky. 13 years of good luck for you, for you, for you. I just loves ya, and I loves you for being here, and you give me endless heart boners. And you know what would give me a big heart boner? And my birthday's coming up. I'm going to do a little birthday episode, don't you worry. If you would like or subscribe or leave a review. If you're going to get back with your ex, get back with your ex. Listen to my podcast together. This is your life. Just do something I would appreciate. It's muchly, kindly. Share, your Uber driver asks what you want to listen to. Put on my podcast. Bond together, huh? I love you. Muchly kindly, and I am wishing for you to have 13 years of good luck, and then after that another 13. I'll make the rules. I will see you next week, where you will be hotter and cooler and sexier, and I love that for you. Mwah.